A man named Francis Zuber runs a YouTube channel where he films himself skiing across snowy mountain terrain. But in one of his videos, which has gathered over 1 million views, he captured a far more unsettling encounter in the mountains. In the video description he wrote, "Tree well rescue in the mount, Baker side country. I was skiing a zone with a partner when I passed by a snowboarder, upside down and buried in a tree well. I only caught a glimpse of his board, but it was enough to get my attention."
Oh, come on.
While skiing in the mountains, Francis Zuber miraculously spotted a snowboarder who had been buried alive in the snow and managed to save him. Underneath the snow was an experienced snowboarder named Ian Steger. He had flipped over on his snowboard and plunged headfirst into a deep drift. Zuber happened to come across him, first noticing the snowboard, then a single leg sticking out from beneath the snow. According to experts, there was no chance Steger could have freed himself on his own, and he likely would have suffocated if left there. The footage shows Zuber quickly digging out the snowboarder's face so he could breathe, before uncovering the rest of his body.
All right, how you doing? You good?
I'm good.
Okay, good. I'll get you out of here in a sec, okay?
Steger later explained that he hadn't heard Zuber approach. All he could hear while trapped was the sound of his own breathing. This man set out on a solo hike through the Austrian mountains. His route followed a barely visible trail that wound its way through dense forest and rocky slopes. He planned to reach the summit before nightfall, but instead stumbled upon something entirely unexpected. An old World War I cemetery, a place that doesn't appear on any map. Deciding to stay for a while, he began carefully examining and studying this forgotten burial ground. The video carries the chilling title, "They're in the Cemetery, Afraid of the Light and Screaming." The title itself suggests a ghost story waiting to be told, whispers of fallen soldiers' spirits rising here at night. But of course, that's nothing more than legend. What makes this discovery remarkable is that no one before him even seemed to know this cemetery existed. The old wooden crosses and weathered stone markers barely peek through the thick moss and overgrown grass, while the silence surrounding the place makes the atmosphere all the more oppressive. As he explored the graves, for just a moment it seemed like a face was peering out from behind one of the headstones. Most likely, it was only an illusion. Shadows and beams from his flashlight creating the eerie effect of pareidolia. Still, the sight was enough to leave a deeply unsettling feeling. The next disturbing encounter was uploaded to YouTube on October 1st, 2022. While descending the rocky ridge of Mount Futago in Japan, this man was suddenly ambushed by a bear from behind. Instead of panicking, he relied on instinct and chose to confront the threat head-on. He began shouting in an attempt to scare the predator away, striking downward with his hands, delivering front kicks, doing everything possible to show resistance. Then he scrambled back up onto the ridge, anxiously looking over his shoulder to make sure he wasn't being pursued. Later, upon reviewing the footage, it became clear that the bear had attacked to protect her cub. He had unknowingly entered her territory, and that's what triggered the aggression. Since the animal had struck first, he had no choice but to act purely in self-defense. On October 6th, 2022, During an ascent of Mount Manaslu in the Himalayas, a group of climbers experienced something deeply unsettling. At first, the climb seemed calm and uneventful, until the wind suddenly picked up with incredible force. The climbers secured themselves, bracing for the violent gusts, when all at once, mountaineering gear began tumbling down the slope toward them. The first question on everyone's mind was, whose gear is this?
Oh my God! Somebody's there! Somebody's there!
Moments later, the terrifying answer appeared. A lifeless body slid down the mountain, passing dangerously close to the group. And upon looking closer, they realized there was a second body as well. A local news site reported, this morning, a major avalanche ripped through Manaslu's upper sections. Details are sketchy, but preliminary reports suggest more than a dozen people are injured. Some reports have also mentioned at least one fatality. From the screams and the raw emotion captured on video, it's clear the climbers were shaken to their core, left questioning whether they should even continue their ascent any further. Black Crag is a YouTuber who dedicates his channel to hiking across trails, forests, and remote corners of nature. His videos are usually calm and peaceful, often featuring him camping overnight in the places he explores. In one episode, he decided to spend the night on Souther Fell in the Lake District, a place surrounded by strange stories of a so-called marching army said to appear along the ridge. Legends of these ghostly visions date back to the 18th century, when locals reported that on Midsummer's Eve, they saw vast rows of soldiers moving across the hillside. Such accounts were repeated several times, with witnesses insisting it really happened, yet no physical trace of an army was ever found. This time, Souther Fell became Black Crag's campsite. He set up his tent, spent time with his dog, and at one point went for a walk along the ridge.
It's 8:30 and I thought I'd have a little wander along the hill ridgeline. There's the tent there. Obviously a little cairn as well. So the sun, yeah, it's not far off the drop behind that hill now, and it has dropped a little bit in temperature. This coat is a little bit overkill. 20 past 10, still no sign. There's nothing. And it's getting quite dark now. Moon's up. Probably can't see it. I can't even see me. The moon's up. One of the planets is up. I don't know what that is.
At first, everything seemed quiet. He admired the sunset in the night sky. Later, he switched his camera to infrared mode to film in the darkness, and still, nothing unusual seemed to be happening. But when he returned to his tent, he noticed a strange figure standing near the entrance.
I've switched to night vision mode. Got the infrared on, and I probably look very, very strange, but I can't see anything now. It's kind of weird looking probably in this. There's still quite a bit of light in the sky there, but in terms of on the ground, it's very dark. You can see Finn though. Yeah, so I've not seen anything. I've not seen a single, not even a single soldier, nothing. A bloke stood next to my tent. What the f***? That has absolutely scared the shit out of me. I'm not kidding you. I was walking down there, coming back towards the tent, talking to you guys. I'm telling you right now, there was somebody stood right here. Oh, I'm not kidding you, the hairs on my arms are stood up. My skin is crawling. Right there. Finn's just oblivious to it.
The sight terrified him, and he quickly took shelter inside. The night turned tense, with the unnerving feeling that someone, or something, was lingering nearby.
I don't know, honestly, I don't know what the hell I saw then. I don't know whether I saw, maybe it might have been my imagination now. Honestly, I don't know, but flipping heck, that really spooked me. Really, really spooked me. just going to try and get a better kip and see how we get on. Fins down. I don't think I'll get any kip at all.
Several months later, he returned to Sotherfell determined to understand what had happened.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm absolutely certain there was someone stood right by the tent, and that's why I was like, what the hell? So what I did is I got the camera and I spun it round like this and started to face forward and walk towards the tent. So I was kind of coming down here. It certainly wasn't boggy. It was nice and dry that night. And as I got to the tent, there was no one there. So I was still filming this whole time. Got here, like, right, okay, someone's messing about here. They're either hiding behind the tent or they've jumped into this long grass here, so I came over here. I played the footage back, and if you've seen the video, you'll see that it cuts out. It cuts out as I turn the camera around and start walking that direction. I was still filming then. I was still going towards that grass and looking and everything, and I didn't know. I didn't find out until I got home that the camera, for some reason, just stopped recording as soon as I turned around. However, and I'll put it on the screen now, I caught something. There was something stood by the tent. Something tall, something scary looking, but pretty much what I saw, you know. So what I saw was actually there.
While reviewing the footage, he realized that his camera had stopped recording at the exact moment he turned it toward the figure. Still, what remained on film matched what he had seen with his own eyes. A tall, dark silhouette standing beside his tent. What it truly was, he has never been able to explain. This man, from the YouTube channel MA Journey, known for his ASMR-style videos about hiking through the wilderness, set out this time in search of an old hunting cabin hidden deep in the mountains. But as night fell, he realized he was still far from his destination. Luckily, he came across an old abandoned tree shelter just in time. He decided to make camp there for the night, and it soon became clear he had made the right choice. A pack of wolves began circling nearby. Had he continued searching for the cabin that night, things could have ended very differently. In this video, filmed somewhere at the foothills near Calgary, a strange creature seems to have been caught on tape, possibly in distress. Its haunting scream has captured the imagination of thousands of viewers. The clip quickly went viral, leaving people to wonder what could be behind such an unsettling sound.
Oh, this is it. Maybe it wasn't 2012, it was 2013.
Theories range from a moose to Bigfoot, or even an angry bear. Whatever it is, the scream is undeniably disturbing. But what do you think? A lovesick moose during mating season? Bigfoot? Or something even more sinister? Share your theories in the comments.
Oh, this is it. Maybe it wasn't 2012, it was 2013.
A man named Chris was biking through the mountains near Fernie, British Columbia, when he suddenly noticed movement in the tall grass that looked like an animal approaching. In that instant, he realized it was a mountain lion and decided to start recording.
You can see it, but there's a mountain lion. He's crouching in the grass. He's actually coming towards me.
At first, the animal was difficult to spot, but as Chris moved closer to the trail, it became visible, emerging from the grass and heading in his direction.
That is a mountain lion, and he's stalking me.
Although encounters with cougars are rare, it's well known that they can attack people under certain circumstances. And if you ever see one stalking you through the tall grass, slowly closing the distance while keeping its eyes fixed on you, there's no question that you're in danger. About 2 minutes into the recording, the lion begins to move faster, and Chris makes the one mistake you should never make when facing this predator. He turns his back and starts to run.
Hey, Mr. Mountain Lion. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I am much bigger than you.
Over the next several minutes, he tries to scare the animal away, but it only circles around him and continues to stalk, watching him closely from the grass near the edge of the forest. A short while later, the uploader attempts to make his way back toward the main trail leading to his car, but he doesn't get far before the cougar cuts him off again.
Stay back. Stay there. I'm not afraid of you.
Fortunately, after several tense moments, the predator finally turns around and disappears into the trees. Being in that position must have been truly terrifying, especially knowing that the only reason the lion didn't attack was simply because it chose not to. Had it felt more threatened, it could have easily inflicted serious harm. Thankfully, this time it was just a close call, and Chris managed to walk away from the frightening encounter unharmed.